And for my high too, I think. I can't remember, but one of the two for sure, if not both.
I'm really trying to do better with my email. I'm like many of us, but I'm overwhelmed.
I know. It's
seriously.
I'm on like every listserv on Earth.
Okay, I just want to get a quick look over here because I don't have to videotape this. I just want to do it for the website. Diane Ward from her CD, The Great Impossible. We heard I Won't Step Down. Before Diane Ward, we listened to Wishing Chair, Safe Harbor from their CD called Stand Up 8, and Wishing Chair is going to be in South Florida. Bless you. We heard from Wishing Chair. They're going to be in South Florida on Friday for a house concert. I'll tell you about that later on in the show. And opening up that set was the group Singing Biscuit, actually, out of Tallahassee. And they were singing the Moon song from Singing Biscuit. At Luna Star Cafe next Sunday is going to be a benefit concert, No More Tears. The event is called Rising Moon. And in the studio with me now are the organizers of the benefit. We have Jamie Ganger, Somy Ali, Sarah Jacobs, and Laura Finley. Who's in charge?
Jamie's in charge.
It's a democratic process here, yes. We're grateful that you allowed us this time to come on the show and promote Rising Moon, which is going to be a benefit concert, as Michael said, for No More Tears on Sunday, November 21st at the Luna Star Cafe. And the whole point and purpose of having this event is to raise money for the organization which supports survivors of domestic violence.
We listened to Diane Ward, and she's one of the artists that's going to be there. Also next Sunday at the Luna Star will be Sarah Jacobs, Amy Carol Webb, Nancy Wagner, Valerie C. Wisecracker, and Ellen Buxtell. It sounds like a great lineup of music next Sunday. Somy Ali, you're here in the studio. Is this did you start this organization?
Yes, I did. I started in 2007 to rescue abused women and children. We primarily work with women that are brought to the U.S. from different countries. A lot of them are undocumented, and they're afraid to speak out against their abusers of fear of being deported.
Well, I'm sure that's an obstacle for you when you reach out to help these women. Mm-hmm. How do you get around the fact that these women are here illegally?
Well, we have an immigration attorney, and there's a petition called a Violence Against Women's Act petition, which helps you get a green card if you're abused by a U.S. citizen.
Were these women brought here on their own, or were they forced to come here to America?
No, it's slightly different than human trafficking. It's consensual marriages, but then they're brought here and then they're abused by their spouse.
Why did you start this organization?
I saw domestic violence growing up in Pakistan, and I also saw it in India when I spent time there. I was working there in the film industry, and I think domestic violence has no prejudices. It affects everyone, and I wanted to do something to take a stand against it.
How do you find these women to help?
They find us. We have our literature in Pakistani Indian grocery stores. In the mosque, the women are segregated. I use that to our advantage, and I stick our literature in there. Hispanic restaurants, Hispanic grocery stores, restaurants, wherever I know that women will go.
And have you helped a lot of women, I guess, since you started the organization?
Since 2007, we've rescued 54 women. They were all physically, sexually, and verbally abused.
Wow, well, congratulations for doing this.
Thank you.
Is this a full-time effort of yours, or do you still act?
No, I don't have time to do that anymore. This is full-time.
This is what you've devoted your life to.
Yes.
And the fundraiser for No More Tears is called Rising Moon. What is that? What's the significance of Rising Moon? Who came up with that?
Well, the event is on a full moon.
Oh,
Sunday is a full moon. And really it's just, as you mentioned, we have a great lineup of artists, all local women from South Florida, some amazing folk artists. And it's really just going to be a great celebration of the feminine spirit and for a good cause and at a wonderful venue, the Luna Star Cafe. So we decided, Rising Moon would be an appropriate title.
And Laura, you're here. For what reason?
It's a really darn good question.
I'm technically a board member of No More Tears. I'm Somy's, as much as I can be, companion in assisting these women. So I can offer any information you want about the issue of domestic violence. Besides that, I'm here to enjoy being in the studio.
Are you helping women just in South Florida, all over?
Well, we're actually excited because it's the first time No More Tears is going national. We're going to actually help a woman that's abused in Virginia, Indian woman that was brought to the U.S. for an arranged marriage. And that's our 54th case that we're helping. Laura and I are the only ones, as far as the board members are concerned, who are actively working with the abused women. Laura actually is very modest, I must say. She donated her car, just gave her car to one of the women that was abused. And I think without her, it would be very difficult for No More Tears to sustain.
I have a question about, you say arranged marriage, but that's, are you Muslim?
Yes.
So that's part of your culture, arranged marriages. So it's done voluntarily. So
well, arranged by the parents.
Arranged by the parents.
Correct.
So so the women who are in this relationship, I guess, they don't have a choice who their spouse is going to be.
No. But not all arranged marriages end up badly. There are specific cases.
Okay.
Well, and to add to that, not all of our victims are from any particular region of the world or particular culture. We certainly have had a vast array, and a lot of Spanish-speaking survivors we've worked with, some who were born and raised in the United States. So, what we're trying to do is meet some of the needs of people who get missed in some of the other services, and undocumented immigrants certainly have these challenges we mentioned earlier, but all victims need assistance, and so we're not shutting the door to anyone. If they find us and they ask for help, if we have funds to help them, we'll help them.
And so the funds you raise next Sunday is going to go to this effort.
Absolutely, yes. And I think it's important that that your listeners know that this is really a grassroots operation, and it's really, really, truly amazing work that No More Tears is doing. And every dollar that we raise is going directly to help a survivor get out of an abusive situation. So please come. Tickets are $15, and we'll also be having a raffle with some great door prizes. And as I said, every single dollar goes to support No More Tears.
And just to reiterate that, not even Somy takes a salary for what she does. It's completely voluntary effort. 100% of her time, 0% payout. So it all goes to the victims we work with.
I assume you're all going to be at the benefit next Sunday.
Of course.
This will be the Rising Moon fundraising concert for No More Tears next Sunday at the Luna Star Cafe in North Miami. Diane Ward, Amy Carol Webb, Nancy Wagner, Valerie C. Wisecracker, Ellen Buxtell, and Sarah. You're here, and I didn't get a chance to say hello to you yet.
Hello, Michael.
Hi, and you had your CD release party there a few weeks ago, I imagine, a few months ago?
It was actually a few months ago. It was in January.
Oh.
But I have a few new recordings.
In January? Well, I haven't had a chance to say congratulations.
Well, thank you.
That's almost a year ago already. Okay, so I'm sorry, I interrupted you. What did you say?
No, so I have some new songs, and I'm going to be playing with a violinist called Bavia Grafals. So we're very excited to play there for this cause. I did want to mention we also have some thank you gifts for the first 100 people that are going to come along. So there are thank you gifts, and this is an Elemis skin nourishing milk bath.
Okay, that's very
Which
generous.
is very nice,
okay.
yes.
I can't wait.
Save one for you.
Okay,
We'll
thanks.
save one.
The event again is next Sunday at the Luna Star Cafe. When does it start?
2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Oh, it's in the afternoon.
2 p.m. to 8.
2 to 8.
And everyone is welcome. Men, women, and children.
Excellent. Well, I really admire what you do, and I think it's a great work. And if people want information, do you have a website?
Yes, we have www.nmtproject.org, NMT, the acronym for No More Tears. And then, Sarah, you have a website also?
Yeah, I've got all the information on sarahjacobmusic.com.
Sarah Jacob Music.
Yes.
That's your name. Good. Okay. And we're going to finish with a tune by Amy Carol Webb because she's going to be there next week. Mm-hmm. So I want to thank you all for coming in and sharing.
Thank you, Michael.
Sharing
Thank
what you
you.
do. Okay, here's Amy Carol Webb.